Well done, Ishigura and Pat Cummins. Ben Stokes, gracious in defeat. Now, obviously, Alex Carey, he's the man of the moment. But I've got a gentleman standing here, Mark War-Brett-Lee. We're joined by Marnus Labuschagne. And boys, what was Marnus? You were just saying
Just come up a bit, step a bit further. You're a bit deep there.
I thought I was a bit deep.
Oh, he said Steve Smith.
Who's Steve Smith? Mate, we'll get to your catching in just a moment. But 11 days, clinical stuff. You've won the Ashes again.
Yeah, amazing feeling. I think it's just credit to everyone at Cricket Australia, the backroom staff, Andrew McDonald and his team and our team, just for being so adaptable. I think to win the Ashes the way we have, with injuries everywhere, guys like Brendan Doggett coming in, averaging 27 with the ball, Michael Nessa playing at the Gabba, taking Pfeiffer, coming out here, Pat Cummins coming back with a huge performance, and Nathan Lyon coming back in after not playing in Brisbane and bowling beautifully. And then, there's not much to be said about the Adelaide brothers. They were unbelievable this game.
They sure were. I think it's a really good point you make, that the versatility. We hear that batting orders are a myth for you guys. You don't get... Someone's prepared to step up into whatever task is required, and we joke about it, but Steve Smith is the most successful slips fielder in the game, and he's out, and you step in and you start producing stuff like this. It's 6 catches for the game, but it was these ones that are just going to be watched over and over and over again. Ashes history.
That's the first time I've seen that one after. Geez, I carry on.
No, mate, you do.
Does it take you to the backyard, all that practice you've done and as a kid growing up?
It was honestly, as a kid growing up, in South Africa, I loved John T. Rhodes, and fielding was almost the only thing. I honestly, I loved fielding, going to the beach, dad on the camp chair, hitting catches, diving around everywhere. It was one of the most enjoyable things I did. I loved catching. And I mean, it's funny how those sort of things sometimes translate into, what you get to do for a living. And it's awesome to be able to, do that when we needed it.
Have you been working on something different in the slips, or any technique, or watching the ball, watching the bat? What is it?
Yeah. This is a leading question, this.
Confidence, what is it?
No, I was about halfway through the first innings, and Bo Webster was standing next to me, and I was like, what do you watch at third slip? And he's like, I watch the ball. And I was like, well, I usually watch the ball at first and then the bat from there on. And then Smudge was like, I'll always watch the ball everywhere. And then, I know Junior watches the ball everywhere. I was like, oh, well, it looks like I'll watch the ball then.
And that's what you're doing today?
Yeah, I watch the ball for
the
a majority of the game. So looks like I'm watching the ball.
Don't change.
Yeah. Well, we were wondering what's better, yours or Smithy's, but now it's Marnus versus Marnus. We're going to match it up. 0.6 of a second is the reaction time, we've been told. But fantastic technique. Keep an eye on Alex Carey moving so beautifully as well. He was ready to pouch it, but...
Jeez, spacing there. Alex is getting 2 hands to that.
What's the better one, mate? What do you personally like best?
Look, I think the one on the left being slightly wider at second slip feels like you have a bit less time. The one that you're a little bit tighter feels like you get to see it for a little bit longer.
I've done the one on the right.
Yeah, it's a bit higher, isn't it?
Yeah, context the game.
Yeah, I mean, I'd take that.
I think it went a bit quicker too, the one on the right, actually. One today.
Take it.
No,
I'm happy to hang on to both.
Yeah, you did very, very well. Right, take us into the change. You haven't even been into the change rooms yet, have you? You've been out here.
Wait.
So many fans. I bet you can't wait. Any initial report on Nathan Lyon? That looked like it could have been a pivotal moment, not just in today, but in the series.
Yeah, look, I was obviously down here on the boundary when it happened.
You were right near him, weren't you?
Walked over to him and he just said, I think I've done my hammy. That's what he said, and I just had pat him on the back. Didn't really have much for him there, but he'll be in a world of emotion today. I think he'll be disappointed, but also really happy at what he was able to do for the team this game to win the Ashes for us. I think without Nathan, I don't think we get the win.
I think that's a fair point, because at Lords he hobbled off and felt like he hadn't had the opportunity to really significantly contribute, and he'd been building for a long time for this.
Yeah, and it was just amazing. He was awesome this test, and I feel for him, but hopefully he can enjoy tonight and then worry about the rest of the stuff.
And Marnus, talk us through what happens there. There's a couple of days off before the next test. What will be on the sort of agenda next few days?
Well, firstly, I think the Mayor of Adelaide, Travis Head, will sort what we're doing tonight. I think he'll be in charge, and then from there go, I think our families, my family arrives in Melbourne tomorrow, and then spend time with family, train, I think, the 23rd, 24th, 25th, some variation of that, and then play 26th.
Enjoy, mate.
Summary.
Good
Very
summary.
good summary. Don't worry about the 23rd, 24th. Enjoy the moment. Now, thank you so much for joining us.
No,
Thanks for the entertainment.
my pleasure.
Get yourself into those change rooms. Very special time,
Thank
mate.
you, guys.
Good on you,
on you,
mate.
mate. Well done,
mate.
mate.
Well done, buddy.
Welcome to first grade, mate.
Good on you. Very happy, rightly so, Marnus Labuschagne. I think he gave you a bit of credit there. You've been telling him about the technique, haven't you?
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I mean, those two catches he took are career catches.
Oh, yeah.
He's taken two in, 2 days?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Changes the game, yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Watch
good.
the ball.
Contribution.
Watch the ball catch it. Yeah.
But, well, we just heard too from Ben Stokes. What did you make of his comments? Just, I was chatting to him before he actually went up there, and again, we've said it often, the 50-50 moments, the sustained pressure from Australia, and they just crack too regular at the wrong time.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, in the 2 centuries, Travis had and Alex Kelly both making hundreds. The English got a lot of starts, no one converted. Yeah. Yes, individually, some guys batted really well, but that's probably been the story of the series so far. They haven't been able to, combine well enough. There's been individual performances, but it's probably the difference in the quality of the bowling. Australia's bowling is a level above England's bowling. So for England to beat Australia, they've got to do everything right. Got to do the basics right. Got to catch well, partnerships, etc. But good signs. I mean, they've fought hard here.
Yeah.
But they're going to need probably a change in personnel in a few spots, I think, if they're going to win in Melbourne or Sydney.
And look, I think to hear Ben Stokes, the skipper from England, to say that was a difference. He mentioned obviously the batting as well, but particularly the bowling. The way that the Aussie bowlers executed the plans, they were relentless. It's the same surface that they're playing on, but they were prepared to pitch the ball up. They had the guys behind the pegs to back them up with the catches, but relentless bowling, good proper test match cricket, and I think also to give credit to Pat Cummins, great captaincy in terms of field placement.
I think England missed a spinner. Yeah. They missed a quality spinner. That was crucial. I think. I'm not sure how Bashir's been bowling, but he's a specialist spinner, not picked in this game. If he's not going to play here, then you wonder, will he ever play? So I think they got that wrong tactically, because I think he would have been more than useful here if he could land in the spot. So that's something moving forward. And do they change a couple of the batting spots? Ollie Pope and Ben Duckett look sadly out of form. I'm not sure what they've got in the reserve tank to take their spots there. But good signs, but they're going to have to keep improving to beat Australia.